two-part little mini-series of my current favorites in action, because I wanted to show you guys how these products work, how I like to use them, and how they look on my face and my skin and with my skin tone. Because I could hold something up and be like, oh my god, this is just beautiful on my skin, but you can't really get an idea of how I apply it or how I use it, things like that. So I wanted to show you guys all of that. And so I have broken this down into a face video, which is the one you are currently watching. And then after this one, I'm going to upload a eyes and lips for current favorites in action. So if you want to see all that, just stay tuned and I will see you guys in my next videos. First things first, I'm going to prime my skin, and I have been using the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. I just got a little sample the other day and I do really like this. I have also been using the Benefit Professional Matte Rescue Gel. Now, I do have dry skin, so I can't use this all over my face, but I love using this just over my cheeks. So what I do is first I go in with the Too Faced all over. Then I will just go in with the Professional one. I just take the tiniest amount, like that much. Like you can't really even see how much I have. And I just take and pat that into the area where I feel like I have trouble with my pores. And please don't mind my hand. I'm in the process of getting some skin growths removed off my hand, and it's kind of gross. Then I have been loving this next product. This is the MAC Lightful C Tinted Cream SPF 30 with Radiance Booster Broad Spectrum SPF 30. It is just the longest name, but this stuff is amazing. I use the shade Light Plus, and it's basically like a tinted moisturizer. But if you don't know, the Lightful C range of skincare at MAC has an incredibly potent amount of vitamin C in it, so it's going to help make the skin appear healthier, lighten dark spots, clear up any discoloration. I mean, over time, it's not going to be instant, but when I take this off at the end of the day, my skin just looks amazing. And like, after 8 hours of wearing this the first time I used it, I was like, oh, I'm buying the full product of this. This is amazing. Like, my skin with no makeup on, just washed, looked healthy and glowy and brightened. I was like, oh yeah, I'm buying this. Then for my foundation today, I'm going to be using the MAC Matchmaster foundation. I have been contemplating purchasing this, so the other day at work, I just got a sample, and I'm using the shade 1.0. Then I'm going to use the new MAC 170 brush. This came out with the launch of new Studio Tech foundation shades, and this brush is amazing. I have never used such a good, just amazing foundation brush. Like, look how fast I just blended all of that out, and it looks perfect. Next, I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics CC Plus bronzer to kind of cream bronze my face, which I never do except when I use this. And this is really nice. It blends super easy, which makes it really natural looking. It is their CC cream formula, just in like a bronzer. You can use this all over your face. I have. It does have the SPF 50 in it and all that. And I really like this product. And I like that I can use this one because I have discovered that I can't use the IT Cosmetics CC cream because it gives me these little bumps all over my face. Well, I can't use the Illuminate one. The Illuminate one is the one that gives me the bumps all over my face, which it's the only one I've used because I was like, oh, I have dry skin, let me try this. No. I ended up giving it to my mom, and she freaking loves it, so that worked out. So now I'm going to go in and conceal under my eyes and, you know, all that jazz. But first I'm going to go in with this Yves Saint Laurent lavender color corrector. This is for brightening, and I love this thing. It's a very light lavender. Like, you can see that it just looks white when I put it on. But it is lavender, I promise. And it has made a difference in how my concealer looks because it just cancels out any of the green that I have under my eyes. And my dark circles, I've noticed, tend to pull a little more green than they do blue. So peachy colors don't necessarily always work for me. Then for my concealer today, I am going to be using a combination of the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin in Light and the MAC Mineralized Concealer in NC15. I love this, but this is a little bit too yellow for me to use up under my eyes. It is the lightest shade, and it's a little too dark for me, so I just mix in some of this. Like I say some, but I'm like, pile it on! But anyway, just using my Real Technique sponge to blend this out. Then I am going to use my Laura Mercier translucent powder to set this. So I'm just going to pat out one more time. I'm going to apply quite a liberal amount of powder. This is how I am. Because I don't necessarily like baking, but I do like applying a decent amount of powder under my eyes because it does help prevent creasing. Then to set the rest of my face, I'm going to be using my MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NC15 with a really large powder brush. And I'm just patting that on. I love this powder for setting. I wear this as a foundation. It's amazing. So then, lately, instead of using my Hourglass powder to dust away the powder from setting my concealer, I have been using Emphasize from MAC. And this is in the Sculpt and Shape duos that came out, I want to say last year. But if you missed out on this and you still want something like this, we did just launch them like this, where you get the two shades and then you get a cream color base underneath. And these ones come with a mirror. And it does have Bone Beige and Emphasize. I want to say the cream color base is Luna. But I have been using this recently because, first of all, I'm running out of my Hourglass powder, and it's kind of freaking me out because I don't want to spend $50 again. Like, see, like, pan. Serious pan. But to be completely honest, I like Emphasize, but I prefer the Hourglass one. The Hourglass one just does something amazing, but this is not $50. And to purchase a refill of Emphasize is like 20 bucks. Over 50. And it's even less than that with my discount. So, I'm really trying to make myself love Emphasize. But to be completely honest, I don't. I mean, I like it, but I don't love it. Then I am going to bronze my face, and I did check. This is still available online. This is Golden Rinse from the Wash and Dry collection. You can still purchase this online, so I'm going to use it. I'm just going to lightly bronze up a little bit, since we did do that. I'm just lightly bronzing, since we did use that cream bronzer before. I just want to bring back a little bit of that bronze that got taken away from setting and all of that. So I'm just really quickly dusting this over the bronze areas. Then to contour, yes, I'm going to be using something else other than my handy dandy Sculpt shaping powder from MAC. I'm going to be using the new All the Right Angles contour palette in medium dark. And this is the shade Shadester, and then this is Light Sweep, and then underneath here you have the cream color base in Naked Universe. I'm also going to be using some of Bone Beige as well. Like I said earlier, you can get this in this, and the cream color base I believe is going to be Luna, which is just a white. I wasn't all about that life. Plus I already had this, so I got this. And I'm just going to go in with my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush first, and I'm going to take Shadester. I'm going to tap that off some, and I'm just going to go in like I normally would, but I'm just going to be creating a line with this, like so. So, you know, we're done now. That's how I'm going to contour today. Just kidding. I'm going to do the same thing down around the back of my jaw as well. So then I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm going to go in with Bone Beige, and I'm going to blend all of that out. Because you really don't want this line. And I'm just going to be blending upwards. And it's going to create a more of an intense contour, but it's also going to keep it soft and soften everything up. So you can see how nice and soft and a little bit more natural this side looks compared to... Now to highlight my face, I'm going to be using the cream color base that comes in the All the Right Angles palette. I'm going to be using my Real Techniques sponge just to get that product out. I think it applies beautifully with a sponge. You can use your fingers, brush, whatever you have handy, but this is just beautiful. And if you wanted a really natural highlight, this is a really good way to get it using one of these cream color bases and a sponge. You're going to get a really nice light deposit of product, but you're still going to get that nice glowiness to your skin. And I like being insanely heavy-handed with this product because it is so natural, so just bear with me here. And you can use this right over a powder. I think the best way, if you're going to use this over a powder, is to use it with a sponge. But, you know, to each their own. This is how I like to use it. Also, I do like to use it after I've set my face, all of that. It doesn't pick up the product off of my face, so that's why I feel like it's okay to do it this way. But if you want to use it first, by all means, do what you do. Then to set all of that, I'm going in with Becca's Pearl. I'm just going to pat that over top. And you can skip this step if you don't want, like, Disco Ball Jennifer Lopez cheeks, but I want Disco Ball Jennifer Lopez cheeks. Then for blush, first I'm going to go in with this itty bitty tiny Too Faced Love Flush blush in the shade Love Hangover. Then I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Color Icon Ombre Blush in the shade In a Purple Haze. And this is really light, but I love it for blending out blushes and like kind of being like a blush topper. So that does it for the first half, which is face. And make sure you stay tuned for the second half, which is going to be some of my current favorite eye products, lip products in action. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.